Hi guys, and welcome to another Bootstrap 4 video. This is Jamie from System22 and WebDesignAndTechTips.com. Well, in our last video we did this sort of section image background that when you hover over it reveals the content. We're going to do something similar today, but we're going to create some cards with images, and when you hover over them it's going to reveal some text with a call to action button. So let's get started. Let's go to a site where I've not got this. I'm going to be using the brackets text editor today. I'm using the one that I started yesterday. If you need brackets text editor, you can download it from a link below this video. It's absolutely free. Okay, so let's add another little section. I'll go to the end of where we were working today, or yesterday I should say. Section. And I'm going to give it a class equals BG dark, and that's a Bootstrap class, so it'll give it a dark background automatically, a sort of dark grey background. Of course you can give it whatever background you want. Okay, and within there I'm going to put a container, so that's going to be a div with the class of container, which will give it our contents. It'll make them boxed. And within there, for expediency, rather than write the code, I'm going to go to Bootstrap or getbootstrap.com and get the card template that we got yesterday. And I'll put this link below the video also for anybody that wants to use it. So let's just grab this HTML that they've provided here of these three cards, go back and paste it in between there. I'm just going to tidy that up a little bit. Save that. Let's go back to our one without it, which is here. I'll get rid of that one, save the confusion, refresh, and we should have a little section with some cards below now. There we go, fantastic. Well, the first thing I want to do is I want to get rid of the image at the top there because I don't need it for what we're doing today, and I want to put a button in here. I need to give it a little bit more breathing space top and bottom on the section. So let's do the section first. Here's our section. I'm going to give it another Bootstrap class of padding. So I'm going to say P-5. That'll give it a padding of 5 ems all around, which should work fine. Next thing I'm going to do, here's our card deck, the main card deck. Here's our cards. I'm going to get rid of the image in all of the cards because we don't need that. I'm going to put that in the actual row itself, or in the column of the row itself, which will be the card body. And we'll do the same for the next one, and the same for the next one. And I also want to put a button in this bottom area here rather than the text that they got there. If I just save this, we'll go back, I won't bother refreshing. They've got a little last updated 3 minutes ago text there. I'm going to replace that with a button. And again, for expediency, let's go to our Get Bootstrap site. And just above cards, you'll see buttons. And once we're on the button page, here's the various buttons that they've got there. Or one that we can add a link to, which is right here. I'll take the one with the A tag right there. And we'll go back to our thing. And the last line of where it says card text there, I'm just going to replace with that on all three. Now you put your link in there where the hashtag is. You can link it to wherever you want, internal, external pages. Just paste your link in where the hashtag is there. I haven't got anywhere that I want to go with these, so I'm not going to put anything there for the moment. Great, so that's taking care of that. Let's just get rid of these gaps here, keep it tidy. Now we need to give our various sections a class, like the card deck we need to give it a class, the card body and the actual cards themselves. So each one of these is a card, you can see their card. Let's give it an extra class so we can target them. And for the actual card, I'll say card image. So CRD IMG 1, because we're going to put an image behind each of these. And this one we're going to make 2. And guess what, we're going to make this one 3. That's right. And the actual card body itself, we're going to want to target that for a background color and everything. So we'll give that an extra class of CB1, card body 1. And you know what's coming next. We go down to the next one. We have to give them different ones, 1, 2 and 3, because we want different images on all of them. If we wanted the same images, we could just use one class. There we go. I think I got 2 spaces there. Okay, that's going to work fine. We'll save that. You won't see much change, but you should see the button there. And we should have a bit of padding at the top of the section. So Control S, let's go back and see what we've got. Great, there's our padding top and bottom, and there's our button. And of course, where it says link, you put in whatever you want to put in there. I'll show you where you put that. See where it says link? Put in whatever you want there. Let's go, or whatever pertains to whatever you want to tell your viewers with your button. Okay, now next thing we want to do, we've actually got card image 1 right here. So let's find some images and put an image behind the body there. Now I've got my container here. I've added 2 more images. We had top 1 already. I'll use that and these other 2, top 1, top 2, top 3, and they're JPEGs. So let's go up, and it's card image. So I'm going to just copy that class. And I'll go and add the styling after our last entry last time. And again, I'll put this CSS below the video. You can follow along if you want to, but if you have trouble seeing it on the screen, it will be below the video. You're welcome to use it. So here's our card image 1. And we want to give it a background URL. In fact, I can use pretty much everything I used here. So background image URL, background size cover, and background position center is going to work for all of those. So I'm going to copy it from above, which will be a lot quicker than me typing it. So card image 1, let's open and close some brackets, drop down, and in between we can paste what we want there. Now let's put a little space between that and the end of the star. Now I'm going to copy this twice. 2, 3, and we can do the other classes. 2 and 3. Now we just need to change the image that's behind. Top 1's good for the first one. My other one was called top 2 and top 3. 2, there it is, and top 3. And with brackets, if you hover over it, it'll give you a preview of the actual image you've put in there, just to make sure you've targeted the right place. Great, well that's fine. Let's see what we've got. Save. Refresh the site. There we go, you can see the images behind the card there. Looks like we got a bit of border or something around the side there we need to get rid of. And the actual card body, I'm going to give it a blue background and light text so we can actually read it against the blue background. So let's go ahead and do that. So I think I want to take border none. We'll get rid of that little bit at the top that you're seeing around these pictures. And we want to add a blue background to the card body and make the text white. So let's do that. So if we go down to our HTML, we should be able to go in the card section Here's the card deck. Let's say text light, and this is a Bootstrap class. It'll turn all of our text light in color for us. So now we need to go to the card body, and we got CB1, 2 and 3, and tell it that we want it to have a blue background. Or we'll do what we did with the one above. Let's give it a red background initially, and then when we hover over it, we'll make it change to blue. So let's drop down, and it's a class, so it's dot CB1. And we're going to say background. I could have copied that from above as well, I suppose. Background red. And instead of having to do this like we did for those, because we got different images in those, all ours are going to be the same. So let's go copy this CB1, and we can just put a comma after it, paste in, change that to 2, put another comma, paste it in, change it to 3, and it should affect all 3 of ours now without having to do excessive amounts of code. So we got 1 comma, 2 comma, and then 3, no comma. Let's save that, just make sure it's going to work. Control S. Now when I refresh, the text should go white, and these should have a red background now. There we go, and as you can see, it's worked on all of them. We still got those little artifacts. I need to put border none up there on the main one. Now what we want this to do, when we're not hovering over it, it doesn't need to be there. It wants to be totally invisible. And then when we're hovering over it, it wants to have a blue background and sort of fade in. So we'll do that, and we'll get rid of that border up there too. So let's go back, and I want to put border none. That should get rid of those artifacts that are sort of around there. I think that's just the space that the border was taking up. Of course, we need to do it to the next one and the next one. Now let's work on this. So I don't want them to be visible at all, so we need to say opacity 0, which is completely invisible. It needs to be completely invisible. And now we need to create a hover state, and we can do the same thing. We can do CB1 colon no gap hover. It's important you have no gap, and put a comma in, and we'll do the same as we did above, so it saves us doing 3 separate blocks of CSS. And that's going to be 3 and 2. Open and close some curlies, and in between we want to say opacity 1 colon 1, which is fully visible. And if you want variants of it, sort of slightly visible, it's 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.5 would be halfway visible, etc. That's great. And we want it to have a background blue, don't we? Colon blue. So let's save that. We should have got rid of those artifacts. Control S. And when I refresh, those artifacts should be gone, and it should have they should disappear until we roll over it. Let's try that. There we go, we got rid of those artifacts, and it's disappeared until we hover over it. But again, this is happening way too quickly for me. I want it to happen a lot slower than this. So let's fix that with the transition duration, and I'm going to give it about a second. I want that to happen over about a period of a second. And once we've done that, that should be good to go. So let's go back. And in the main one, not in the hover one, is where we'll put our transition duration. And there it is, it's prompted us. And I'm going to say 1 second, 1s for second, or you can put in millisecond value. You can put in 500 milliseconds for half a second or something, however you like to do it. So let's save that, and I believe we should be done. Control S, back to the site, refresh. Now when we hover over it, it should do it a lot more gradually. There we go. Fantastic. That's going to work for me. So there we go. You've got an image to text with call to action on hover with Bootstrap. I hope you found that useful and enjoyed it. If you have, please ring the bell, give it a thumbs up, comment, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.